baby. Some things are seasonal. Even the place where you are right now is seasonal, baby. Sometimes you have to be ready to make that transition. You have to be ready to make that shift. You can't be afraid of change. You cannot be afraid of change. Think about a bird. You know what I'm saying? Think about a bird. They literally leave their whole homes. They spend time building this nest and everything. And then boom, when it's time for the season to change, they fly away, leave everything behind like it was nothing. Leave everything behind like it meant nothing. And just take their family, their loved ones, and they out. You know what I'm saying? They're out. And some of them go by themselves. Come on now, some of them fly alone. Not all birds flock together. Come on, let's get it all the way together. Sometimes they go off by themselves, baby. The biggest of birds either go alone or go as a couple. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid of change. You can't be afraid of growth. You can't be afraid of progress, of prosperity. So many people are praying for things and their prayers are actually being answered, but they're not receiving the answers or the blessings or the things that they're wishing and hoping and praying for because the universe is trying to shift them so that they can receive it. The universe is trying to move them so that they can give it to them. Their prayers are actually being answered and the blessings are being delivered, but they come with a shift. They come with a shift in order to be able to claim. But if you're not willing to take the shift, you're not willing to actually embrace the blessings that you're being given. You've been asking for it. You're being given it. Now take that shift. You have to shed the fear. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid of the unknown. What you should be more afraid of is not seeing what's ahead of you. You should be afraid of your future being unknown more than you're afraid of your past being unknown. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, I'm afraid of the unknown, or I'm afraid to go into things that I've never tried before. But whole time they looking behind them. Whole time they living in their life in the present, literally looking into their past. They are living in their past. They living in all their past dramas. They living in all their past traumas. They living in all their past relationships. They living in all their past memories. They living in all the stuff that's literally behind them. And baby, historically speaking, biblically speaking, and y'all know I don't even go off the Bible, but since I'm wearing Bible verses today, I'm gonna just hit y'all with a little something out of the book, baby. When she turned around, she turned into a pillar of salt. So why are you turning around? You know what I'm saying? Why are you looking behind you? Why are you living your life blind? When I tell you, you're walking into your future always. You're standing in the present, in the right now, walking into your future. So if you're looking behind you in your past, that means you're not seeing what's ahead of you. That means you're walking into your future blind. That's walking into the unknown. You're already walking into the unknown, but claim to be afraid of doing so. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it make sense to yourself. Baby, what's ahead of you is unknown if you steady looking in the past. Come on now. Come on now. Can't drive looking in the rear view. Amen. Whoever just said that. Amen. You cannot drive straight looking in the rear view. Come on. You're going to have to keep walking. You're going to have to keep your eyes focused on the prize. It'll be a much smoother, better walk anyways. And besides, we need to get all the way into actually walking and standing and acting like we believe the things we claim to believe. People say, oh, I got eyes in the back of my head. But the whole time they looking behind them to make sure that the past don't catch up with them and they missing everything in their future. But if you had eyes in the back of your head, then why are you looking back there? Don't you already got eyes that's seeing it? Walk like you believe what you speak. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, I got guardian angels. I got spirit guides. I got ancestors. I got God watching over me. If you got all this watching over you, baby, then what do you need to be looking back for? It's so much stuff behind you watching your back. You know what I'm saying? And when God tells you, turn around, look forward, live in your moment, keep looking towards your future, live in your peace and your happiness, and keep looking ahead of you so you can see your victory and you can see all the stuff that's glorious that's for you that I put onto your path. And you say, okay, Lord, I'm going to walk. I'm going to face forward. I'm going to walk looking forward. And then you feel things tapping you on your shoulders. You hear people coming back with this stuff in your past. Baby, don't be distracted. You know what I'm saying? You finally done look the way you were supposed to look. Now stand in what you know, that you got spirit guys watching your back. So everything that's tapping on you, you ain't even got to push it off your shoulders. All you got to do is keep walking forward. All you got to do is ignore it like it's not even there. All you got to do is trust, know, and believe that God is about to make whoever that is stop tapping your shoulder. That the Lord and the universe is about to remove all that stuff that's trying to creep up on you. That the universe and your spirit guides and your ancestors and your higher forms of you are about to silence all those whispers that's coming from behind you. Okay? You need to leave that stuff that's back there, and walk into your peace unbothered. Okay? Walk into your peace unbothered. All right? Don't be afraid to move. And don't be afraid to let things be seasonal. Even people. Like I said yesterday, we cannot judge what's a lifetime. Some people's lifetime is 3 seconds. They die right after they're born. Some people's lifetime is 5 years. They die when they're 5. Some people's lifetime is 100 years. They die when they're 100. Some people's lifetime are 50 years. They die when they're 50. Some people's lifetime is 10 years. They die when they're 10. So if someone comes into your life for a day, be grateful. If somebody comes into your life for 10 years, be grateful. If somebody comes into your life for 2 minutes, be grateful. Because that's a lifetime. That's a lifetime. Don't cry when they're gone. Be grateful for the time you had. And I don't care if that's somebody who's actually passed away or somebody who's been removed from your life or somebody that you had to leave behind in your past. Okay, be grateful for the time that you had with them, the season that you had with them, and be willing to let them go so you can walk into your new season. So you can happen upon the new people you're supposed to meet. How you gonna meet the new person that's good for you, that's right for you now in your new season, if you're trying to keep hold of somebody that's in your past, in your last season? Baby, when the season is over, the season is over. I don't care if that relationship lasted 2 years. You're like, but I thought we were going to have a lifetime. You did have a lifetime. You had 2 years of a lifetime. Who are you to say what's a lifetime? A day down here on earth is 1,000 in heaven. So technically, you had a whole bunch of days with that person if you had 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You had more time with that person than some people have with their children. Come on now. And then people will cry over relationships that end after 10 years. Baby, you should be celebrating. You had somebody for 10 years when there's people in this world that only had the people they love for 2 minutes. Come on now. There's some people in this world who have made up with loved ones they haven't talked to for a lifetime. And as soon as they made up, the person died. Now that person got to live with that. And that person still got to have their gratitude for the few minutes that they had with that person once they made up. And they got to live with just being humble about the fact that they didn't talk to that person for 10 years and then got a chance to get the few minutes that they had left at the end. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if you have 2 minutes or 20 years with somebody. You be grateful for every moment that you have. You be grateful for every moment that you have. And you don't curse God. And you don't curse yourself. And you don't fall into these deep depths of anger and depression and resentment and bitterness just because you lose somebody. You be grateful because you lost somebody and you be ready and willing to accept the new people that's coming in. You don't get to choose how long the season lasts. Okay, you don't get to choose. But what you do get to choose is how long your hurt lasts. Don't let it last a moment. Don't be hurt. Be grateful. Okay? Okay. That was the collective message of the day.